No, I don't do well with kids, Pearl, especially when they're crying, so... Shut up. There, Pearls. I can't take it anymore. Look, it'll be alright. Everything may still work out. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict, and so far the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. And he won't because Mr. On Guard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. I swear to God. Cheer up. We don't have time to stand around crying. We have to get going. You're right. Mystic Maya's in much more pain than I am. Yes, that's right. So... Hey, you guys. Glad I caught you, pal. Mr. Scruffy Detective. Oh boy, looks like Detective Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now. It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now, and I came to talk to you, pal. But we're kind of busy right now. No, we have to talk to Gumshoe, he's the best. So, what are you going to do from now on? What do you mean, pal? Well, you've been fired, right? So, do you have a new job lined up yet? Oh, that. What am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming in at all until my next payday. What are you talking about? You don't have another payday? I guess it means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal. I just caught the mistake half instead of have. Say what? You'll be searching for things that will prove Mr. On Guard's innocence all day, right? Well, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I've got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places. And I'm great at making really simple meals, pal. I'll take care of it all. Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things. Okay. By the way, what's your best dish? Instant noodles, pal. Why am I surrounded by people who can only eat cheap, unhealthy foods? What about Edgeworth, man? That was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. Never thought he'd say something like he didn't care if Miss Andrews killed herself. He said that? That's horrible. But because of him doing that, we got the truth finally. The truth. Miss Andrews' last testimony, I wonder if that was the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in the testimony itself, but I still think there is something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing. You mean about that thing, pal? Why would you want to... No, I mean almost need to frame Mr. On Guard. I couldn't figure that out from anything she said all day. Then you're saying that testimony was a lie? Not a lie per se, it just feels like there's more here than meets the eye. Or that's what Edgeworth would like us to believe. That's such a dirty trick. Even that woman prosecutor was better than that. Yes, Franziska von Karma. Speaking of Miss von Karma, do you have any more information on her condition? Alright, she was shot. Wasn't she shot this morning? Miss von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol, pal. But she's going to be fine, right? I mean, Edgeworth said she was in stable condition, but... Well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay and still hanging in there. They should be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital. Which one? What? Are you going to visit her, pal? No. Well, I was kind of thinking about it. Hey, you've actually got a heart, don't you? She looked like she was being tortured to death not being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you for a bit, pal. Oh, you do not understand the amount of whipping I would let her do to us. No, I'm definitely not going. Oh, you prude. Let's see, the name of the hospital. Oh yeah, the Hottie Clinic. Oh hey, we went there once. That name sends a chill down my spine. Well, I guess it can't hurt to stop by and say hi. Nope, not at all. Alright, let's move. Oh, we got everything. Gotta go to the Hottie Clinic. Never thought I'd ever come back to this place. Yes, are you here to visit a patient? Hi, wait a second, you're... Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Oh, why are you still here? Yes, what is it? Can I help you? You can tell me. Yes. Director Hottie. Oh, hello. Didn't know, I forgot Edgeworth was there. Edgeworth. Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yes, what is it? Director, Franziska... How is Franziska von Karma? You don't need to worry. Yes, she's in good hands. Because, you see, I'm personally taking good care of her. Yes. Yes, and that surgery, it went well. You have my gratitude. It looks like Edgeworth doesn't know about this director and his secret. She looked so pitiful, absolutely terrified. Yes. But I understand. Yes, her opponent was a gun, after all. And when I snuck up on her real secret like, she would scream really loud. Yes. I see. But she's really cute, too. When I'd do that, she'd whip me with her whip. Boy, did I cry like a baby. Yes. But I think I could get used to it. Well, it's been a while. Go back to your room. You're so mean. So mean. My frisky friends. Friska. Okay, yes. It's time for my IV drops. Yes. And what are those tulips doing in your hand, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I knew she wouldn't have... I shouldn't have come here. Oh, I'm so shaken up by all this whipping. Hello. How was the shooting? I was shot in front of the courthouse. It is in my right shoulder. It's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time. I don't think that's something that should happen all the time. I even had full intentions of running the trial this morning. But that would have been too much. Yeah, you looked like you were deathly scared until only a few minutes ago. But I was dragged here by that prosecutor. He even went so far as to grab me by the wrist the whole way here. It was the only logical course of action given the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder. But with me doing so, I found myself having to clean up after you and that irresponsible deal you made. I think I know what deal he's referring to. What's up with the deal, Home Slice? Miss Von Karma? You made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you? I don't know what you mean. In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict on Mr. On Guard, you told Miss Andrews to not testify in court today. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have proof that I made such a deal? You're denying it? It looks like you were lucky, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If I had been in court today, this trial would already be over. All while hiding Miss Andrews' own crime. That isn't my problem, whether she had tampered with evidence or not. I have only one objective, to find On Guard guilty of murder. The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The end justifies the means. Miss Von Karma. Adrian Andrews believed you when you said, if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then On Guard will be found guilty. And what does that have to do with me? Because of that, she is now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end. That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all. But you had to know she was. Fuck you. I think visiting hours here are about over. So, if you'll excuse me... What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off? Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument. Hello. Why are you always so mad? What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far. Oh, but she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, right, the courtroom is a garden of judgment. I'm putting myself on the line when I stand in there, and that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. It's always ends justifies the means with you people. By the way, Edgeworth, you were really angry in court today. That's rare for you. Witness that card. Give it to me, hurry! Do you have any idea what you have stupidly, yet inadvertently done? This. I can't believe you hid this from me all this time. That card. What in the world is it? You mean this? Listen, right. This is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. A special investigations team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it. I understand, even though I really don't. Their task is to find the owner of this... You what? You what? Just an entire force just dedicated to this guy? Okay. A man called Shelley the Killer. And just as his name states, he is a killer. An assassin. The best at that. An assassin. So who is this Shelley the Killer? The Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins. Long-standing? The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. Shelley is the professional name of the third heir to the De Killer name. So because his professional name is Shelley, he leaves cards with a shell on them. He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims. Why would he do something like that? We think it is a part of his duty to his clients. His duty? If he leaves a card, then his clients can be assured it was he who killed the victim. So, that means a lot of stuff, because that card was found next to Corita's body. It also serves as an insurance against any charges being pushed onto his clients. I see. The killer values the trust between his clients and himself above all else. It seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience. I guess that even honorable assassins can exist. So you think this is an assassin? You think he's the one who did the killing in this case? It would appear that way. The discovery of the card basically confirms it. Wouldn't you agree? Huh. Shelley the Killer, huh? I noticed something at the trial today. You were behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter? I guess I should just tell him. Maya, she's been kidnapped. Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want? An acquittal. Oh, I see. I had no idea. I'll prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow. Well, it's very blunt and I don't even know the right words to describe what this is, Mr. Edgeworth. Kind? I don't know you to be kind, so I can't use that word. Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth's going to... Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity. Mr. Nick. There's no way you can find her. We don't even have a single clue to go on. There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. Right, listen. You need to know something. Juan Corrida was killed by Shelley the Killer, and the client who had ordered the job is mad on God. Your own client. Please stop. I can't listen to you. I can't believe that. I see. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you will need this. What is it? The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelley the Killer. If you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter. Well, thank you, Edgeworth. Again, you're being kind. I don't trust those beady little eyes, man. I can't. In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again if anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll disappear. Fade out. Mr. Nick, do you think Mr. On Guard hired an assassin? No way. I mean, he doesn't have a psych lock. Yeah, I guess not. Maya, please, all I ask is you to make it home, safe and sound. I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Oh, heh. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. And even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up, like how Nick does with everything in court. Anyway, let's try out the card trick with this card I just found. Sounds like I got the door open. Okay, time to go take a look around. You're so robotic, Maya. Ooh, hello. What is this place? I've got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way, I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here. Alright, let's take a look at this teddy bear. That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear. Oh, cute. But it's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. I wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something. What is this thing? An antenna, I guess? This is a VCR. Who uses VCRs in days like this? There sure are a lot of electronic gadgets here. What is an antenna doing here? It's a satellite dish, Maya. Why is there a doggy door? Ah, locked, of course. It doesn't look like I can use the card to open this door. There's a little hole at the bottom of the door. If only I was a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through there. Take a break off the burgers there. Oh hey, it's a computer. I've never really used one before. I have no idea where the power switch on this thing is. Drat, there goes my plan to use this somehow to get out of here. Oh. There's a framed picture sitting on this coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey, it looks like something is written here. Let's see. I think it says, "With love, Celeste." Ooh. I bet this could be a clue. Oh, this simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will. It seems that your Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you. He is. For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you. Ways? You mean, dead men tell no tales is how the saying goes, correct? Dead? I'm almost certain I told you on a first meeting I am an assassin. No way. You're lying. I mean, an assassin? People are not always who they appear to be. Mr. Nick? Oh, yes, pearls. Got caught up in my thoughts about Maya's situation. Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know. He's just been sitting there for like 5 minutes just staring off into space. Pearl's just sitting there like, don't mind him, he's weird. Can I poke his spikes? Go ahead. She's been charging people money for it. $5 a touch. But I think I should listen to this story one more time. Alright, let's get going too. Okay. Let's head off to the detention center. Then, hey, you're still here. Where's my ramen? Alright, Matt. I'm sorry, but visiting hours are over for today. Oh, I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the... Hey, Mr. Wright, you say? Oh yeah, there's a message here for you. A message? It's from Matt on guard. Ah, here you are. What did he write? Is it something really important? I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say. To the lawyer, dude, I've got something really important to tell you. Why do I feel uneasy all of a sudden? Oh, Mr. Wright. So, actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shoe. I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. You think you could drop by my house and feed Shoe for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, alright? Why am I doing cat duty? This is terrible. Let's hurry, we have to feed this cat. I'm sure poor Shoe's stomach is growling by now. Yeah, I guess. A client's request is a request. I guess I should go check up on his cat. You don't have an obligation to do that, though. You just get anybody else to do it. Okay. It's like, where? Where do I go? From here? Wouldn't be from the hotel lobby. I can go in here, though. Alright now, Mr. Nick. Let's go look for clues. We have to, for Mystic Maya's sake. You shall not pass. Oh. I'm going to pass, old bag. Don't devalue my name and turn it into gasp, you spiky-headed poof. Oh, what? Can't use words like that, old bag. At least use words people will understand. Piece of gum for my edgy boy, just as he promised, but... oh, fuck me. Did she just faint? This old bag. Oh, okay. Keep your hands off me. This helmet is airtight. No airs gets in and no air gets out. Okay. What does your helmet have to do with anything? Don't think you can get me to move with silly questions. You're going to have to defeat me if you want to get by. I'm not hearing this. I don't think I need to be here. There it is. I'm not talking to her yet. Sure is dark. I'm gonna turn on a light. Okay, then. That's quite something to walk into. Wow, so this is what a star's house looks like. Must be nice to be rich. Come on, Mr. Nick, let's find Shoe, the kitty cat. Shoe. Oh, God. What a pretty cat. So I guess this is Shoe. Oh, what a lovely cat. Hello, Shoe. The cat seems to like pearls. Pardon me. Hello. I help you with something, Mr. Oh, we're lawyers. Well, actually, I'm Mr. On Guard's lawyer. The Masters. Then you must be Mr. Wright. Yes? Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. Meet your wonderful self. I am the family butler, John Doe. Nice to meet you. You know, you look kind of familiar, Mr. Doe. You must know all sorts of things about Mr. On Guard, right? Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a foul deed as murder. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of his master or his affairs. Not typically butler-like, as it were. Why did Matt want us to come here when we already have a butler? Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence? Well, sir, I would have to say maybe about 1 year. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of himself and his affairs. You know, I would have thought Mr. On Guard the kind to have a maid over a butler. That's a very cute cat you've got here. It is my duty to take care of him. The master rather fancies Shoe. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat. Well then, I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. Well, this was, an amazing experience. I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now. Oh, we should probably get going ourselves. Oh, so young and yet already so accomplished. A master of law. But there is also a lot to be proud of in being a butler, in charge of the house and all. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. Now, if you'll excuse me. Alrighty then. There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick. I bet it's for Mr. On Guard's cat to use. Oh, you mean Shoe. The door. It's locked tight. Well, I guess that's to keep nosy people like me from entering it. Interesting ride he's got, though. Take a look at it. Ah, a giant bicycle is flying through the air. It's got... You can clearly see... No, I'm not going to break her illusion. That bicycle, Pearls, is one where you don't have to pedal and it moves on its own. Really? Wow. Sorry to disappoint you, it can't fly. Oh, that's too bad. That was all out of that conversation? That's disappointing. Alright, let's go back to the hotel lobby and deal with... Old Bag. I need to get rid of all this shit. Where's Trucy when you need her? Maybe if I show her this letter I got from Edgeworth. This Old Bag, if you would look at... What? You want me to look at this worthless piece of... Edgy poo. Oh, well, she's horny now. Is that her perfume pheromone d'amour I smell? Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct his investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth. Yours truly? That man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Edgy Poo said so, you understand? Alright, well, there's... Yep, cool, no messing around. Yeah, whatever. Get out of here, old woman. Looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth. That may be, but you know nothing's going to come of it. That's so mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings are meant to be told and shared. Ow. Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face. Why are you always bending down to talk to her? Unless she got mad jump skills. She should not be able to slap your face. So anyway, let's continue our investigation. Okay. Oh god, why is she back? Why? What now? What? Okay. We won't go to On Guard's room. Why did you have to come back? We could have been told that at the... I won't. Leave me alone, Old Bag. I swear I'm going to punch your lights out. What's in Viola Hall? Anything? Looks like we're the only ones here. They left the food out. I'm sure it's spoiled by now. And yet the hotel seems so busy somehow. Probably because the police team is scouring for clues about D. Killer. Can we get some food? Alright. Oh, hello, Lata. It's been a while. You and your poofy hair. Well, hi, city boy. Lata, you're still here. Reckon course. Investigative photographer eats his starves on a ability to snap the scope, yeah? And this hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know, like something's always about to happen. But, do you have a camera? Red given. Photographers gotta have cameras out at the ear like corn to be a real pro, you know? So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feed in the mouth, do you have mine, you bread thief? Why can't you drop that thief thing already? No, I ain't got shit. Nothing for you. Night of the murder. Want to ask you about the night of the murder. What? You really gonna shell out the bucks for the info I got? Lata, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not? Well, kinda, but brace yourself, right? Here it comes. I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know. Followed a few stars around. Got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them too. Looks like she wasn't here the entire time that night. The security lady also wasn't in this hallway the whole time either. I guess this means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. What about the scandal? So about the note that was inside your camera case. Oh, that ditty I wrote? Yeah, can I believe what you've written? You mean the stuff about On Guard shoving his manager lady onto Corita? Yeah? Oh, well, I reckon you best not be believing that. What? Look, I sorta wrote that on a whim, you know? Writing whatever came to mind. Whatever came to mind? Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bull-dooders. Hey, what's with ya? Why you staring at me like my grandpa used to? Hey, and why do you look like you suddenly got older too? Or am I just shrinking here? What? Oh, my baby, my $1,600 baby. What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? That guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me. Well, that's kind of how it is. Hey, you hear that? You're that redcoat's friend, ain't you? So put in good words for me and get me back my camera. You want me to do what? Listen, nag the guy real good for about 5 hours and I guarantee he'll give it back. Why don't you do your own dirty work? Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. Tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you then. And you too there, little one. Keep up the good work, okay? Okay. Don't be picky about your food now. Okay. And make sure you do all your homework, you hear? Okay. And if you happen to find yourself a camera, make sure you bring it right to me. Would you please just leave already? No, stay. We need you to join the team. That would be hell, wouldn't it? Alright. Let's dive into the bear pile. Mr. Nick, what is that otherworldly, ghastly moaning? I hate evil ghosts. I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon? Oh, God. Why are you back? Zoinks. It's the alien. It's just you, Ms. Oldbag. What are you doing here? What's wrong with youngins today? I came down here to pay my respects to my poor Juan, and you're disturbing me. Yeah, we totally planned that. Why are we talking to you? Please talk to me. No, don't talk to me about the night of the murder just one more time. Talked about it plenty at the trial. See, she agrees. Yeah, you were deceived, and she was loitering around with that imbecilic look on her face. That imbecilic look on her face. Okay, got it. Now hold on a second there, you little pipsqueak. If you're going to take notes, at least make me sound better than that. Alright. I've seen everything. But you know, I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my own business. So it's not like I had time to waste standing around here the whole night. What are your memories? I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Corita. He was the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts, in my book. Oh, what? Heard that he was lagging behind in the polls against Mr. On Guard. Well, that's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all that, you know. But he was going to become an even bigger star than he used to be. Just look at this mountain of presents. It's a show of the mountain of feelings all his fans had for him. Yeah, the mountain is pretty big, and certainly nothing to shake a stick at. Mr. Nick. What is it, Pearls? The presents, they're all bears, right? She's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. Why, what's with the bears? You old bag. Well, all of Mr. Curry's presents from his fancy seem to be bears. Well, that's just because you can't think of one without thinking about bears. Why? Why bears? You don't know? When my dear Juan was training, he fought barehanded with a liar. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they... Liar. Wow, what a heartwarming story. It's a lie. Look, it's just like in those young people's dramas, I can see those two tuckered out, down by a river going, heh, you sure can fight. You too, bub, you too. My favorite anime. Put it in the top 10 anime fights of all time. Did that role really happen? It's in his biography, bub. What a load of crock. So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents. Yeah, nice. Bears. Bears. I'm Uncle Bear, and I say it's barely 8 o'clock. What is that infernal racket? What'd you do, Pearls? It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m., way past your bedtime. That startled me. I thought I was going to die for a second. 8 p.m.? That's the time when the award ceremony ended that night, remember? Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. The transceiver. Hello? Hello? This is not a phone. Maya, how's Maya? You haven't hurt her, have you? It seems you were not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Wright. I have heard the news. So it would seem my present did you no good. One more day. Please, all I ask is for one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict for sure this time, please. I suppose if I must, I need that acquittal more than anything else after all. Please let Maya say something. I want to hear she's alright. Alright. Hiss then hiss, a little hiss. What is it with this static all of a sudden? Hello? Hello? It seems bad. Hiss. Connect. Damn it, did the transceiver just suddenly break? Excuse me. Just gotta reset. What happened? I don't know. All of a sudden it became nothing but static. I swear to God, if you don't stop crying, I'm going to shove a juice box in your throat. Down your throat. Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? I should probably have an electronics expert look at it. The sooner the better. Yeah. Good luck with that. So you're saying that I have to go and talk to the only person I know that has any prowess in electronics? Who do I know like that? Who does that? Oh no, let's head back to base, I guess. Ain't nothing else to do. Ow. Hey, well, ugh. Mr. Gumshoe, did your voice just crack? Yeah. Welcome back, pal. I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner. That's nice. Thanks. It's a rich man's luxurious full-course meal out of a can, that is. I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have the time to eat. Oh hey, you don't have a can opener here, pal. You've got to be kidding. And here I thought he had already whipped something up. Oh, I know. There's one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead. Well, since he's here and offering, I wonder what I should try asking him about. Absolutely nothing? The future. So what are you going to do from now on? I already did this. I already did all this. Game, why'd you trick me? No! I didn't want that. Please. Okay, I got a present. I got a present for you, buddy. It's a thing. Don't I? Oh, right, here it is. I got a radio transceiver. The transceiver. Oh, Mr. Nick, you should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing. What thing? Oh yeah, this thing just up and broke all of a sudden. It broke, pal. When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Look, it sounded like this. I don't hear any static, pal. Huh? Maybe it fixed itself. That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Maybe. Maybe what? Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal. Electromagnetic interference? Metal Gear? So what is electromagnetic interference? You don't know what that is? What? It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal. Oh, when you put it that way. I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen, the stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right? Huh? Computer? It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird. Oh, yes, the TV does do that. Oh, so that's what you're talking about. She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this. So the room you were in when that interference to the transceiver happened, there's got to be something there that's sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like a listening device or something. Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened? We were in Mr. Karita's room, the scene of the murder. What? That's it. I'm going to sneak into the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright, pal? Now wait, Gumshoe. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. Oh, I'm so knocked up, man. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah. What about my luxurious meal? From a can. We should be going too, Mr. Nick. Alright, let's go. I'm dying. Okay. Oh, you are so precious. Oh.
Hey, you're finally here, pal.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Do you have the, bug sweeper?
Well, you see, I got I got busted trying to sneak in, pal, and suddenly I'm staring at the precinct doors from the outside, I mean. So yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers.
What do you mean you couldn't get it? We need that item.
Hey, calm down, pal. I didn't say I didn't get one, just not the police's.
Oh, so this is a bug sweeper. It looks a little broken.
Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal.
Oh? By who?
Me, of course. Yeah, seeing this sure brings back memories. Hey, don't look down on it, pal. Sure, it looks a little run down, but I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here.
Your heart and soul?
Not literally. It'll work, trust me, pal. It'll do the job. But you can't set the sensitivity. So it's going to beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves.
That's kind of useless, but isn't it better that way?
Oh, ho, ho. Well, anyway, since I brought it all this way, I might as well give it a whirl, right, pal?
I'm getting that sinking feeling again.
Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this baby. There's a listening device or some other sort of bug hidden in this room, pal.
So we're going to find it, right?
Right. Now first let's turn the sweeper on. Next touch the sweeper and take a real good look around the room with it, pal. You can see how strong the radio waves are in an area by looking at the check gauge. Once you find something that's giving off strong waves, the gauge will change. And when that happens, touch the gauge to really give the thing a long, hard stare. There's a lot of things here that's going to give off radio waves, so let's take a good look, at anything and everything that seems suspicious. Okay, pal? Alright, I'm going to go stand outside, keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find a bug. Got it, pal? No? Well, that sure is suspicious. And this beeping is annoying. Oh, hello. This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? It's the biggest one I've ever seen. Hey, so did you guys find it yet? A listening device, I mean. No, not yet, but this bear's eye is... Let's see. A perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found the device to me, pal. Let's dig this big fella's eye out and see what we've got. No, you can't. Such a violent act. No. It's a miniature camera, and it looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer. A what emitter? What? Why did you... Did you just not hear Gumshoe when he said transmitter? How can emitter be trans? It doesn't have a gender. Oh, is this more of that high-tech stuff? I guess. So this tiny thing is a camera? Yep, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's a small, high-grade video camera mostly used in blah, 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 blah. So yeah, it runs on a battery. There's no videotape in this camera. This is the only camera part here, pal. The tape recorder with the tape inside is somewhere else. Somewhere else? The footage is changed into radio waves and then it's sent to that recorder. So it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it? Yeah, you know, you're right. So what is a transmitter? It's a device that sends footage from the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device. Looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing. Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it. You can set it for a certain time. Yep, let's see. This looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour. 8 p.m. That was the time the award ceremony ended. There's no date set, so it's been recording every night, I'd guess. Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been here? I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder. Then maybe this camera caught the murder on tape. What? And if you think about the angle the bear's at, it's bound to have had a clear shot of the whole crime, pal. So there was a camera in this bear's eye, and it was disguised as a thingy, and I'm sure it was here the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in the thing. But who gave Mr. Corey this present? I don't know, pal, but this means that someone out there's got a video of what happened here that night. Isn't there any way we can find out who that person is? It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can't be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out. Oh. Is there really no way to find out? Give me that stuffed bear. I'm going to put it in my pocket. I got it. What? Hey, pal, let me borrow this mini camera for a bit. What are you going to do? I'm going to go around to the electronic shops and see if I can find out who bought this. But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m. Leave it to me. Even I have to search all night. I'll find your man, pal. Thanks, Gumshoe. You're the best. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah. Man, you gotta calm down. Run off with your dick in your hand like that, you're going to get arrested for other things. Yeah,
A Mr. Scruffy detective sure is a nice man. He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake. You always manage to do the things in the most ineffective ways.
See, I knew it was Edgeworth.
You'll have to excuse me, I heard your conversation just now. Edgeworth, what are you doing here? The rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward one step at a time. I see, thanks. Don't thank me yet, we still have to find her. So there was a spy camera hidden inside this stuffed animal, huh? You're one lucky man, right? Do you know this stuffed bear, little girl? I have no idea. Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade and there are very few that are exported here. What? A camera and transmitter that Scatterbrain detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is. Can you really do that, Mr. Nick? Can he really? Well, I guess so. It's 9 PM. I think I can still make it in time. I'll be taking this for now. I'm sure you have other things you have to do. See you soon, right? You can't be rooting around my pockets like that, Edgeworth. Wait. What? Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, right, until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Corrida? The real killer. Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? To be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have a little time left. Find the truth, alright? Everything begins with the truth. Juan Corrida's real killer. Miss Andrews' past. The kidnapper whose sole condition is an acquittal for Mr. On Guard. And this card, Shelley D. Killer. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But as you said, all I can do for now is find the truth.